being a parent right now is more stressful than it's ever been. It's the hardest job ever.
This is plant-based medicine, and it has all these benefits. What other plants is there that, we could benefit as a family?
I'm a better parent, 100% better parent with cannabis, for sure.
If people knew that, imagine the more well-adjusted kids that we would have growing up. When parents have look, let's face it, we are in a very stressful time, right?
Really? And being a parent,
being a parent right now is more stressful than it's ever been. It's the hardest job ever. So this is such a better replacement. If you're going to have something, if you need something to calm you down, which I think we all do need something, what better replacement than because alcohol is just going to tear you down from the inside out.
Bring out the ego, snap,
bring out anger.
I'm a better parent, 100% better parent with cannabis, for sure.
Yeah. I am too.
Yeah. So as we kind of bring this to a close, any final thoughts that we want to share with our audience about just any kind of stigmas in parenting and using medical marijuana?
Don't be afraid. No one's ever died from a marijuana overdose. You're not going to be first. And if you are, we'll celebrate in your, but it's not happening.
And
so
if you know anyone that does marijuana, don't judge them.
Yep, exactly. That's good advice there.
Because that's what we do. And that's, it benefits us and our children and
our families,
our mental well-being. And that's what's really important. It's about our mental well-being as well.
Yeah, I think the stigma of the guy in the tie-dyed shirt, holding a picket sign with a joint in his mouth, saying free the flower. I mean, I think that's kind of starting to change. The pendulum swinging the other way now.
Yeah.
Mommy with wine in her hand is not a good look anymore.
No.
Mommy with a joint in her hand, might not be the better look, but, it's definitely the better alternative, So, and again, you don't have to roll a joint and smoke it. You don't even have to smoke at all. You can take a gummy, you can take an edible. I mean, when the patients come through our platform at My Florida Green, we make sure that education is the number one priority and that they're doing the right thing. And then, obviously the doctor maxes them out with giving them the ability to purchase whatever they want at the dispensary so that they can titrate on their own. And because everybody's different, right? If I try to hang with Jamie, I'd end up probably face down snoring in the first 30 minutes, you know what I mean? Where she's going to be kind of walking around saying, what happened to Nick? You know what I mean?
I feel great.
Clean the house.
Yeah. Everybody's different. So it does irk me a lot when people are like, you should do this. It's like, no. That's what works for you.
Yeah.
Don't tell somebody else to do it because like me, my first edible experience was I was with somebody who had the redhead gene, high tolerance, and he ate 100 milligram Chiba Chew, gave me 100 milligram Chiba Chew, and I didn't think I was dying. I thought I died and went to the other side, and I was trying to get back. I wanted to call my dad to say goodbye. Like that's how bad it was. Everybody was sleeping. They all slept great, and I paced all night back and forth in Colorado. Wanting to cross over the Rainbow Bridge. It was terrible.
Yeah,
and I never did that again. So live and learn, but you don't have to learn like that, and having the CBD on hand would have been great, but I didn't know that was back in 2015. So I didn't even know what CBD was.
Yeah. So I also think it opens the doors for a lot of different stuff. Like for me personally, I think once I discovered cannabis, we had just kind of laid down the roots of what like our parenting lifestyle was going to be and how we were going to
start to have kids. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think the cannabis kind of, when it came into our life, it kind of became like a very important branch, in our foundation, because it kind of opened the doors. Like, well, if this is plant-based medicine and it has all these benefits, what other plants is there that, we could benefit as a family?
Right.
And to me personally, it really opened the doors to wanting to be a little bit more holistic, more mindful in raising our children. And I started experimenting with CBD. I use CBD for teething for our babies. I would rub CBD on their gums.
On the gums,
If there was like a
which
bruise
is phenomenal, by the way. The result is amazing because it's anti-inflammatory.
For fevers.
Take note, parents. CBD on the gums.
But like for bruising and swelling to lower the inflammation. Remember I started getting creative and making creams like a diaper rash cream.
Soaps. You cured Gavin, our 60-year-old's eczema.
So I feel like that really opened the doors for me personally, just to kind of experiment a little bit more. And now most of our medicine cabinet, if we'll call that, is really all CBD and medicinal
and all your
herbs.
concoctions that you've made. Yeah.
So I just think overall it's a very positive thing, and I think that it can lead to just a lot of positivity within your family.
Parents should not be afraid to give a child CBD either. That's definitely
we've been using it with our kids since they were babies.
The problem is if you are going through, and somebody definitely needs to hear this, if you are going through a divorce or you do have a a split marriage or co-parenting, and the other side is not on board with that, they could use that against you. So full spectrum CBD, which is what we have here, has a little bit of THC in it. So if they are taking that, if let's just say a dad gives their daughter some full spectrum CBD and it does it consistently, which is what I would recommend for at least a couple of weeks, that's going to build up in their system and they could test positive for THC. So if you do have a disgruntled wife or husband that is potentially going to use that against you, be careful because they will test positive for THC, and that could definitely go the wrong way for a parent.
Yeah, but it doesn't make them. It doesn't make them high though.
No, it does not make them high.
So yeah,
so that's the thing.
Segue into another conversation. I mean, the CBD needs THC for it to be medicinal because the THC helps the CBD bind to the receptor. CBD blocks the receptor, so you have to be able to process it and not just kind of pump and dump. A lot of isolate CBD is nonsense, but there is products without THC that you can give a child to. Right. So definitely experiment. You are the parent. You are in control. If you don't want your parent to, if you don't want your child to, take certain medicines or vaccinations, that's your prerogative. And, so you should be able to give your child CBD too. You know what I mean? So, but again, if you're in a conflicted marriage and there's a fight, definitely be careful for sure, because it could be used and leveraged against you.
Then the only person that suffers in that is a child.
That's right. Exactly. Yeah. Jail's not fun this time of year.
Nope.
So.
Nope.
Not think anytime.
No.
Well, anyone out there who might be interested in, an alternative plant-based medicine over those synthetic pharmaceuticals, go to myfloatergreen.com, click Get Started, come in, get educated with us. We're going to set you on the path to real medical freedom and healing.
Or if you're not in Florida, just at least like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. So, because we're going to be continually putting out education content like this on a daily basis. So here we go.